So Canva is an online platform that allows you to design pretty much anything. It has ability to produce video. You can produce presentations. You can produce posters, print products. Apparently it's very popular among people who do marketing. Now, it's an online platform, so you can access it from any web browser, and that means it's compatible with Mac OS, with Windows. Let's go ahead and choose one of the templates that they've got here. So getting started is very straightforward. You can choose one of the templates. Let's choose a poster template, and let me see if there's anything here that catches my eye. If you see something that you like, just click on it. You can then choose to customize the template. Now, most of the features inside of the platform are free. There is a paid option where you pay about $10 a month and you can get extra goods, and it's well worth the extra money if you need to use some of the extra features. Once you've got a template, you can go ahead and change the template. Let's say, for instance, I want to change the text. Change the text whichever way that I want. I can change the fonts. One thing I really like about this platform is the styles option. So we can go to styles and we can choose different styles, and immediately it starts to do this wonderful thing where it chooses different colors. And that's something that even if you've been doing design for a long time, this is really, really, really useful. Another thing that I really like about the software is the things that you can do with the more professional software. So background remover is one thing that you can do with photographs, for instance, and that's one of the things that you would have to pay the $10 per month option for. But it is so extensible that being able to do things like background removal and other things that are found in the paid option, well worth the money, I'd say. The software is very easy to use. The platform is very easy to use. Once you've created a design, let's say I wanted to export this, we could go, say, to print posters, and immediately we've got an option to print this. We've got the ability to actually purchase a print. There are other options. So for instance, we can go ahead and download, and it will suggest the format in which you should download. So it's very flexible and very easy to use. And if you're doing design, you really don't have to think too much using the software. It's very easy to get, but it is also very, very powerful. Now, I have done quite a few designs already inside the software. They're kind of saved up here. Let's take a look at one of the designs I worked on. This uses the background removal option to remove this girl from the original background. I've composited her in this different background. As you can see, we can edit this until we're satisfied with the result. We can use the different options here to create different templates. There's so much that you can do so quickly that it is probably the best option for someone who doesn't want to spend hours and hours and hours learning software to actually get things done that you can output and start using immediately. It's available for teams. So if you need to do teamwork, you can get a team account. So I would say if you're starting out, it's a very good piece of software to start out with. Gimp is a traditional software package which can be used for a very, very wide range of image manipulation and design applications. In fact, the name Gimp comes from GNU Image Manipulation Program. The software, you can see here a range of different projects for which it's been used on the Behance project. And if we take a look at the website, what makes Gimp really special is that it's open source, so you can download it and use it free of charge. As well as image manipulation, you can do original content. You can create original artwork using your graphics tablet. You can do design, and also it is extensible, so you can create plugins or you can download and use plugins. Now, this is some work that I created inside of Gimp project, which was based on or inspired by the PUBG game and a poster that I saw for the game. You have got the ability to add different elements together. You can blend them using blend modes. You have got a huge range of tools that you can use to manipulate the canvas. And there are also a whole bunch of filters that you can use to edit the images. These filters can be edited inside of 8-bit precision, 16-bit, 32-bit precision. You can use it in perceptual gamma and also linear light. It's pretty sophisticated. And what you're seeing here is a 4K display. I actually managed to create a theme for the software based on someone else's theme that I downloaded. It's very customizable. So I think this is the original theme that the software comes with. It's not very good, but you can edit it and change it to your liking. So it's very customizable. Now, these are some projects that I worked on. This is a photo that I managed to split up. The fact that you can work with layers gives you the ability to really do some pretty sophisticated editing inside the image, and you can refine your edits until you're just perfectly happy with them. This is another edit that I did where I took a photograph and managed to turn it into what I think looks a little bit like a watercolor, and it allows you to refine your edits until you're perfectly happy with the results. You can also do selections, and you have to use a little bit more effort and knowledge to make selections inside the software. This is a customized, this is a design that I created completely inside of Gimp. And back to the original image. Now you can see the software is pretty sophisticated. It has got a very steep learning curve, and to really master the software does take quite a long time. But once you have mastered it, you really find that the world is your oyster. There's so much that you can do with the software. The learning curve can be off-putting, but once you actually learn all the features inside the software, really there's not much limit in terms of what you can do. Most of this design here was done inside of Gimp. I managed to put in a photograph and blended that photograph in with the design, but it really is very powerful once you figure out how to use the different aspects of the software. So Photoshop is powerful. These are just some projects that have used Photoshop as part of their creation process on Behance. The software has been around for decades, and it is probably the premier photo editing and design software in the world. One of the things I really like about it is the ability to do selections automatically using artificial intelligence. You can see demonstrated here. It is different from Gimp. It has got most of the same features as Gimp, but more. But you can use it on the desktop as well as use it on an iPad. The iPad version is a whole different learning experience. It has got its own learning curve, but some younger people might prefer actually using this version over the desktop version. Gimp doesn't really appear on the iPad. There are, of course, differences with Gimp. You have to pay money. This selection here shows variety of prices from $20 a month all the way to $52 a month, $53 a month. The $53 a month one contains all of the Adobe Creative Cloud software packages, maybe about 50 pieces of software in that. There is another version that is a little bit less expensive at $10 a month. That is currently available. I will link to that in the description below. It is pretty similar to this version here with Photoshop and Lightroom. One thing to bear in mind with Photoshop is that once you start paying the license, you do have to keep paying it in order to continue using the software. But the software is amazing. It does look quite similar to Gimp. One of the things that I really like about this is the ability to use the artificial intelligence to do things like make selections. Here, we've made a selection within seconds. A few years ago, that kind of selection would have taken 20 minutes, maybe 15-20 minutes to make. And inside of Gimp, it will still take 5, 10, 15 minutes to actually do something like this. As well as features like this, you have got the ability, for instance, to change the mode to CMYK mode, which is very useful for doing commercial printing. And there's also lab color mode. So when you want things that are a little bit more professional than Gimp, for color management is another thing that Photoshop does really well. These are things that are built in inside of Photoshop. They're either not very well evolved inside of Gimp, or they're completely missing inside of Gimp. You've got the ability to work inside of 8, 16 and 32-bit mode, although this flexibility is not quite as deep as that which you find inside of Gimp. Overall, most of what you can do inside of Gimp, you can do inside of Photoshop, and a lot of what you can do inside of Photoshop, you can also do inside of Gimp. Just like Gimp, Photoshop has a very steep learning curve, but once you've mastered it, the range of things that you can do is just enormous. There have been some declines over the last few years. For instance, the 3D menu has become deprecated, and also we have seen some new things. So for instance, we've got the neural filters. Some of these neural filters do require you to be working on a PC that has internet connection, but they are pretty powerful, and they use some of the most amazing new artificial intelligence. And with this Photoshop here, I have to install it and activate it on just a couple of machines. With Gimp, I can install it on any machine that I want, any operating system. Photoshop is limited to Mac OS and Windows and iPad OS as well. But overall, I would say you could actually use all three software packages at the same time. You could use Photoshop for some things, you could use Gimp for other things, you could use Canva for other things as well. There's no need to have a complete separation between the different packages. Guys, that is it for this one. I'll have some links to these packages in the description, and hopefully you guys have learned a couple of things there.